Alright, I'm going to show the proper way to record a bill in a foreign currency in WaveApps. So in this example, what I'm going to show is our transaction cleared our account, and now we want to record a bill to ensure that the transaction is being recorded properly. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Purchases, we're going to enter in the bill, we're going to create a bill, we're going to choose the vendor. This vendor, we're going to make sure that the currency is correct. In this case, it's in yen. This invoice here, and what I did is I made an example invoice over here. We're going to make sure the date is correct. So this is 1/17. Let's do the 18th. That's when the bank transaction, that's when it cleared the bank, is on the 18th. We'll want to go ahead and just put in this invoice number here. This is going to be our first bill. And then what we're going to do is we're going to choose the items. Just to keep this example simple, what we did is essentially figured out what our cost of revenue is for each item. And this is essentially what our target cost is in yen. And that's what's being reflected here. And what we're going to do is we're going to update that quantity of 60. And what we're going to do, figure out next, is our price variance. So our price variance here. So what we're going to do is we're looking at the invoice subtotal here. Subtotal in Wave is 205,704.60, and that's going to be our price variance that we're going to enter. And then that should be the same as the subtotal on the invoice, which it is. What we're going to do next then is figure out our shipping. Okay, so this is the 31020. And then what we're going to do then is add in the wire fee as well. We have to keep everything the same currency, so the wire fee is going to have to be in yen as well, which based on $5. If it was $10, you could do 2, and it would calculate appropriately. In this case, we're just going to say it's $5 USD. So we're going to go ahead and save that. So it populates the bill. If we go back to the transactions, what we're going to want to do is pay this bill, but as we can see here, this is how much it cleared for. And ultimately what we're going to want to do is grab this description and we're going to insert it in the memo. So let's go ahead and pay this bill. Go back to the screen, hit record payment, bank payment, the day it was paid. In this case, we're using cash on hand as our account. So this is what that transaction would have been in USD. We're going to go ahead and save it. So it'll mark that bill paid. We're going to go back to transactions. And as you'll see here, a new transaction was entered for that bill payment. So what we're going to do next is we're going to insert this invoice on this transaction here. And then we're going to edit the details. So as you can see, there's a difference between the 902 and the 957. What we're going to do with this transaction is we're going to have to change the amount. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the amount to a bank fee. So over here, we can just say the cleared transaction was 1957.65. The bill payment was 1902.40. So there's another type of fee here of 55.25. So we're going to change this to 55.25. We're going to say this is a bank fee on procurement. We're going to add a vendor, classify it to that vendor. And then what we're going to do in the notes here is we're just going to want to indicate how much the original transaction was, since we're modifying the original bank record. Not ideal, but we have to do. And then this is our receipt that we already inserted. So everything looks good here. We're just going to go ahead and save it. And then, so now the bill payment and then this fee will then total what the transaction that cleared the bank was. And then when we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our P&L, make sure everything flowed through appropriately. So this is after the currency translations. This is what our inventory amount is that we're having in product. This is how much it costs to ship the product. This is the reduction in the actual cost for as far as what we budgeted. This is the bank fees to acquire that inventory, and then here's the foreign currency gain in this case. So that's it. You know, if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.